Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general reading for Gemini for the month of February. Keep in mind, timing and energy is fluid. This reading could play out at any point in time throughout the month of February. This reading may or may not be for you, Gemini, so please do only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. Also keep in mind, energies can be swapped around. I could be speaking directly to you, Gemini, or I could be speaking directly to a cross-watcher. And don't forget to check your other placements if this reading does not resonate. So this is going to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. So let's jump in, Gemini, and see what kind of a message needs to be delivered for you for the month of February. We're going to start off with the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck. I think you better get protection in and around your energy. I think boundaries are in focus. Where are you needing to instill some boundaries, whether they're emotional, physical, or energetic boundaries? It's really time for you to protect your energy. I think you do have a lot of guardian angel protection in and around you, and I think you are encouraged to move forward with confidence. So I think you're stepping into a brand new life, a brand new experience. Maybe there's some fear around going in a new direction. I think you're dealing with some negative forces. You might even be experiencing some very uncomfortable ascension symptoms. And when we go through the ascension process, sometimes we struggle with sleepless nights, stress, anxiety. As we kind of journey towards this higher consciousness, we experience a lot of uncomfortable physical manifestations. So yeah, clear those cords, cut those cords, Gemini. Whatever unwanted attachments, you need to cut them now. Whatever unhealthy energies or people you're connected with, it's time to release them in order for a deep spiritual renewal. So I think get ready to face a challenge, to be honest, Gemini, in February. This challenge is going to need to be faced head on with strength, with courage, with fortitude. You are going to be tested. So what are your personal beliefs is a big question, because you're going to need to stand strong in what it is that you believe in. So what does Gemini need to be aware of when it comes to these energies? You're learning a major karmic lesson. That one flipped right out. I think you might want to spend some time alone in quiet introspection to kind of disconnect from the world, because a very powerful and painful lesson is reaching its conclusion. You're stepping into liberation. So I think you're breaking any chains of addictions, extreme codependencies. Any impediments or restrictions, I think, are about to be lifted as you kind of step into freedom. So big purge and cleanse. I feel get ready to purge a lot of people, places, and things out of your life. Whatever elements can't remain when it comes to stepping into these new higher energies, this higher state of consciousness. So I think get ready to address your own negative behaviors, what negative people you've been connected with, and what circumstances need to be purged, because you're expanding your horizons, Gemini. It's kind of time to open up to these new opportunities that are being presented, but you and only you have the capability to walk through this doorway of this new greater experience. And I think abundance lies on the other side of this very painful karmic lesson that is coming full circle. I think you're working through a lot of deeply embedded pain when it comes to some past trauma, some relationship lessons, and you're really needing to look at this lesson as an opportunity for growth and expansion. I think this is stemming around past life karma that is needing to be zeroed out and reach a place of resolution this life. So I think maybe you've been receiving the visions when it comes to the future. You are receiving important messages when it comes to your spiritual journey. So what messages are you seeing from the divine? Because I think a lot of prophetic energy coming through, whether it's coming through with signs, synchronicities, or symbolism, you're really needing to pay attention, because I feel the time is now to take total ownership for your life. Accountability. So where have you lacked accountability? I think Gemini, it's kind of time to look in that mirror once and for all and to take complete ownership for where you're at, whatever struggles you're facing. And I saw 444. foundations, structures, divine protection. I think the time is now to take ownership without blame, without filter, when it comes to your past in order to step into the future, because you're liberating yourself from whatever toxic situation has really restricted you and impeded you from taking movement forward. So break those chains. Come into that soul alignment, because there is without a doubt a powerful integration that is happening at this time around your soul's purpose. So spend that time in quiet introspection. I think it's really time to get rigorously honest with yourself and to really follow that guidance from spirit. I think you are in a very tough situation and you might need to seek some guidance. I think you've been dealing with a lot of mental clutter. A lot of time up in your head space, and it is an air energy. Gemini is an air energy. So when we're all up in our head, looping round and round and round, we don't leave any room for clarity to come through. So go into meditation in order for that clarity to present itself, because whatever tough situation you're in, I think it's serving as a catalyst, as a trigger for you to deepen your relationship to yourself, in order to learn your soul's language, to raise your soul's vibration, to figure out what's really going to motivate you and bring joy into your life. So practice the art of self-love. Let's see what needs to come through with the tea leaf deck. You might be in a financial pinch. I think get ready. There's some strong emotions being ignited, whether this is passionate love or passionate hate. I think something is burning to the ground. And if you have been struggling financially, when we are in those karmic contracts, we usually do get hit in the pocketbook. So I think pay attention to your finances. Something about the month of April. You could be dealing with somebody born in the month of April. You could be an April... No, that would be Taurus. Taurus or Aries energy. Could be dealing with a Taurus or an Aries. Somebody born in the month of April. There's that energy of pay attention to your finances. So I think you might be struggling financially in the month of February. But maybe this is going to push you towards a new job, a new career path. I think you might be in a financial pinch. I think there is somebody thinking about you, a very loyal friend. I think there is a loyal friend. Maybe you're going to have to travel to go and see them. Somebody at a distance, whether physically or energetically. I think good fortune lies in reaching out to this loyal friend, because you're going through profound life transformation. I think you're in the gooey, oozy stage of being in this cocoon, getting ready to break free. I think you've been feeling things have been changing. You know big changes coming. Things aren't always going to be this way. So look at whatever lesson is coming up to be learned once and for all as an opportunity to transform your life. Maybe something will be coming full circle in the month of April. Maybe something will be blooming back to life in the month of April. But right now, I think whatever you've wished for, it isn't coming to fruition. I think good news is coming, but you're going to need to break free from something very toxic, because family wishes are about to come true. So if you made that wish, if you set that intention, if you planted those seeds, I think something is coming to fruition. So pay attention to the messages that you are receiving. Let's see what else needs to come through with the Energy Oracle deck. Anxiety. I think somebody is fearful about speaking some truth. I think you might want to clear some throat chakra blockages in order to release this stressful mental clutter. I think somebody is very stressed, sleepless nights, riddled with anxiety about speaking some truth. I think somebody's really blocked that throat chakra, and they've been at this crossroads. They're at this place of needing to make a decision, and I feel frozen in time. Maybe there's a need to address something from the past, and maybe that's creating a lot of fear and anxiety when it comes to some communication. But what are the other energies that need to come through? Adjacent possibilities. There is new doorways and new opportunities for growth that are coming forward, but somebody's going to need to be willing to walk through the garden gateway to this new experience. I feel somebody here is all out of sorts. There's no balance. There's everything, I feel, is like getting flipped upside down, Gemini. And I feel you're really going to need to take back your personal power. So I think fear has been blocking somebody from taking action because wherever they've been at, it's not imbalanced. And I kind of feel the time is now for this Jesus consciousness to come into your awareness. Get ready for a storm. A storm is a brewing when it comes to a karmic situation, and that is going to be the doorway opening to these new possibilities. So, you know, we always have options, we always have choices, we always have free will choices. And I think somebody's getting ready to face a very chaotic storm in order to open up the doorway to personal happiness and healing. So I think get ready to unlock the garden gateway. I think there's a brand new life awaiting you. There's a brand new adventure on the horizon, Gemini. There's a doorway to value opening up, and that doorway to value is always through the heart. So maybe somebody fears coming forward with communication, exacting some appreciation for this pre-empress energy. I kind of feel somebody fears it's not going to come to fruition. I think maybe somebody's, you know, somewhere where there's not a lot of growth, there's not a lot of movement. It is about the heart. The only growth on this card, I feel, is that single rose she's holding. So I do think romance is in the air. There's a man here that really has not given his heart away, and he's thinking about coming forward with an offer. And I think he deeply desires victory and success, but there's a need to work through any fear when it comes to opening up the doorway to this brand new experience. I think romance is blooming after a major karmic lesson is resolved, stemming around some past life issues. So let's see what needs to come through with the Quantum Oracle family. It's about truth and integrity, walking the honoring path, being accountable, being responsible. And I think somebody's been dealing with a lot of inner turmoil, a lot of inner conflict when it comes to closing out a cycle from the past, stepping into this future timeline. I think maybe children have been a factor. Maybe children have been affected, but somebody's needing to make a decision. Twos are about crossroads, decision time. And I think somebody is getting ready to walk the mystical honoring path in the month of February. But what are some of these influencing energies, please, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What else does Gemini need to be aware of when it comes to the energies for the month of February? I think somebody's not been listening to the higher guidance. There's that fear. Major anxiety and fear. I think somebody here does need some assistance when it comes to a contract coming to a close. Maybe somebody is needing to seek legal counsel, professional assistance when it comes to maybe a spiritual teacher, a spiritual counselor. Somebody here is a spiritual teacher. Somebody here, I feel, has already built a solid foundation for themselves. And I think spirit is kind of bringing forward this massive change in order for somebody to honor the sacred temple of their body and their spiritual journey. And I think there's fear. I think somebody thinks maybe they don't have all the answers when it comes to a puzzle needing to be solved. I do feel somebody is in this higher level of consciousness. And then we got somebody here wearing a mask. So maybe there's fear about coming forward with some truth because somebody's not been honest, not been truthful. And I feel you're going to need to follow your intuition on this one. You know, fear and intuition, there's a fine line between fear and intuition. So, you know, fear is going to riddle you with anxiety, and intuition is just going to allow you to flow. So I think face that fear and feel it anyway. They do want me to read out of the book because I do think somebody is riddled with deep anxiety when it comes to moving forward. So we're going to look into this fear energy and see what else needs to come through for you, Gemini, if I can find it. Fear, 71, 8, something needing to come back around. I think there's fear, maybe about facing somebody from the past, maybe somebody that you hurt. I'm not really sure, but I kind of feel the energy really is frightening. As, you know, this sharpness is indicated when it comes to breaking free from a toxic cycle. I think somebody's feeding the fear, feeding the illusions, and whatever toxic karmic lesson is coming up to be addressed really has consumed somebody's thought process, created a lot of mental worry. Somebody here, I think, is feeling like they've lost their power completely. So, you know, we always have the ability to take our power back, to do what is right, to be honest, to be accountable. And I think somebody really has created a self-imposed prison of worry in their life. And really, there is nothing to worry about. We always have two choices, Gemini, fear or love. So I think somebody needs to really look around and to see things at face value, to really work on letting go of these negative patterns that are needing to be addressed, to choose the energy of trust instead of fear, and to know that we always have the power to handle anything that comes our way. And I think honoring your soul strength by honoring the truth. So I kind of feel peace is going to be expanding. These difficulties are going to start settling down, Gemini. So if you've been worried about resolution or dealing with a very irritating person, I think you're going to be moving forward and letting that irritating person go. I think it's time to embrace the power of your mental strength in order to take back your personal energy, to release this fear-based thinking, and to move into a new pattern, to choose freedom, to choose to let go, to choose to trust instead. Trust in your intuition, because as you release worry, that's when you can choose to trust in the guidance that you've been receiving. And I think that's when peaceful energy will expand in your life. So whether you are breaking free from a toxic habit or a toxic person, it's time to kind of take control back of your life in order to step into great gratitude. I think somebody here is a spiritual coach, a spiritual teacher. Very well could be a feminine energy. I'm not sure. It does look like the feminine is the teacher here, opening up the book of magic. And somebody really is needing to honor that higher guidance. I think somebody is seeking assistance in the energy without a doubt. So let's see what is being evaluated between worlds. Somebody's stuck between worlds. They've got one foot in an old cycle, one foot in the new cycle, and there's really a need to make that final decision, that final step across the threshold, because that's where the blessings lie. So somebody's been in a round and round toxic cycle, needing to learn this karmic lesson once and for all. And I feel somebody really has been thinking long and hard about this never-ending story. You know, if you look back on your relationships, Gemini, I'm sure you can see a pattern, you know, a consistent pattern when it comes to negativity needing to be addressed. And I feel the time is now for this to come into your deep inner understanding in order for this new life to come forward, because there is a connection here that feels like home, and I think somebody's afraid to cross that threshold. So what is being evaluated for Gemini, please, in the month of February? What is being evaluated for Gemini, please, in the month of February? Oh my gosh, Gemini, peace. I think you just want peace in your life. And I think right now, flipped out in reverse, you're dealing with all kinds of conflict, chaos, and drama. And it's time to retreat. It's time to maybe exchange something lesser for something better, because you're going to be standing poised and strong in these energies, I feel. And if somebody's been sleeping, get ready for a wake-up call, because it's time to go. It's time to leave this karmic situation. It's time to go. No matter how unclear the pathway forward is, there's a door at the end of that hallway. Are you willing to walk through this new doorway, this new experience? Because Spirit says there is a fated, destined connection here as part of your pathway towards expansion and growth. And you do have a deep knowing. The time is now to mend the past, to call in your true soul family. So it's kind of time to go, Gemini. So where are you going to? What do you need to leave behind? Because something big is coming up to be addressed when it comes to leaving the past behind you. So let's read into this. Time to go. Yeah, I think a major ending, a major karmic cycle is coming to a completion, Gemini. And it's time for you to walk away from something, because there's really nothing else to learn from that negative experience. You are at the end of one journey, but you've not quite begun the next. So take a moment throughout the month of February to, you know, understand the blessing in the lesson, and to take stock of everything that you've learned from this negative experience. You do know it's time to move on to new healthy experiences, a new way of being. There's really nothing left for you to do except for to move on. So take that risk. Be willing to take that risk. when it comes to breaking free from this negative circumstance, to move on. I think you're going through a major life transition with the caterpillar energy, and your destiny really is calling you. So, you know, acceptance is a big part when it comes to ending a relationship that's long dead and gone. So I think it's time for you to form new relationships, only relationships that will act, you know, in service to your highest good moving forward. So, you know, nothing is ever lost when you come to the conclusion of a journey or a relationship, but you do have to, you know, come to acceptance when it comes to maybe speaking up about a breakup. I think maybe you've been drifting apart from somebody for quite some time, and the end of this soul contract is coming to a close. So, you know, if you don't release it, the universe is going to come in with that very destructive tower to get you back on track. So release what was never meant to be yours in the first place, Gemini. All endings are a signifier for a new beginning. So I do think you've been craving something deeper, and it's kind of time to walk away, because although the pathway forward is not quite clear, you have to accept this ending in order to find success on the other side. So I think this is a very auspicious time, and I think making no choice is making a choice. So be brave enough to walk towards something new, exchanging gifts. It's time to exchange something lesser for something better. So I think you've been stuck at the crossroads for quite some time. I think you're paying back a lot of karmic dues in the energy, to be honest. And you need to remember, with all relationships, it's like an equal exchange. There should always be an equal exchange. So maybe a major lesson being learned in the law of reciprocity, equal giving and receiving. And I kind of feel, you know, when it does come to love, it's an exchange of your life force energy. Somebody here has been draining your life force energy, and it's time for you to go towards where love will be reciprocated. You must be willing to give in order to receive, and vice versa. So I don't feel there's been a flow of abundance in your life in a karmic situation, and Spirit wants you to accept the blessings around the corner. So release something lesser to gain something so much better. Open up your heart and allow it to be filled with love. And I think go after what you know is truly yours is a big message, because the universe has been sending you signs, Gemini. They've been trying to get your attention, and the energy around you really is aligning to a new synchronistic meeting when it comes to a soulmate connection. So remember, everything in life is always an exchange. So goodwill comes back tenfold when you do the right thing and you take accountability for your life. So where are you needing to take accountability, Gemini? So let's get a couple psychic tarot messages. Fear. I think there's fear around financial security, survival issues, anger. I think there's anger coming up to be addressed, and you might want to go within in order for those answers to come forward, because I do feel a major wake-up call, a major heart chakra activation, crown chakra, downloads, activations, DNA upgrades, a heart chakra awakening is what I feel, because somebody here has not been listening to the higher guidance. Could be dealing with an emperor in reversed, a tyrant. The emperor in reverse is abusive, authoritative. He's a crotchety old bastard without that empress to balance him out. And I feel there's been a lack of following intuition. I feel a masculine here that's about to get a major wake-up call, unavoidable change, unavoidable tower. Get ready for a disruption if you're this masculine energy, because it's time to listen to your intuition. It's time to open up the heart. I do feel unavoidable change. There's been a lack of truth. My throat chakra is getting very irritated. So there's going to be a wake-up call, a shake-up, a major towering event in order to get somebody to move in a new direction. Could be dealing with a high priestess, a Pisces. Somebody here is very much spiritually in tune with the higher realities, with that higher guidance, and somebody is getting ready to follow their heart. A major fall from grace, an ego death. I feel the crumbling of a false foundation. This could mean total financial ruin, because somebody's been sleeping, somebody's been ignoring the signs, and the time is now for this rebirth. So Let's jump in with some tarot and see what else needs to come through. We do have the Nine of Wands, so that's a karmic lesson being learned. This is stemming around some core childhood belief patterns. I do feel somebody here is deeply wounded at that rock bottom, trying to gather all of their strength to come forward with some communication, because the pathway has been clearly illuminated. And there's a masculine here about to boss up. There's been some foolish activity in the past, and maybe somebody made some very foolish choices, but bridges are about to be burned in order for the right bridges to be mended. So let's see what needs to come through for your person, Gemini. There's been withholding when it comes to working together. There's been a lot of juggling, a lack of indecision when it comes to maybe coming forward with some communication. I think maybe your person has blocked communication, and they've really been holding on tight to a situation for financial security. And I think really it's wielded a lot of financial struggles in the end. The tighter we grip, the more things elude us. So what needs to come through for Gemini's person, please, for the month of February? What needs to come through for Gemini's person, please? Seven of Pentacles reversed. Time's up. Watering a dead tree. They've been stuck somewhere for a very long time. Watering a dead tree, trying to make something work, and that's coming to a dead stop. There might even be an accident, an emotional outburst. Could be dealing with a Cancer, an Aquarius, or a Sag. But somebody's about to be coming back around from the past. I think somebody walked away. They didn't want to look at this. They didn't want to see what was right in front of them. They walked towards something very toxic, very karmic. They've likely stayed there for quite some time, and Spirit's putting that to a dead stop in order for somebody to take accountability. So I think get ready for your person to reach out. I think with a new exciting offer, I think trying to reignite some passion, because they want healing. And I think accountability, integrity, rigorous honesty, this is a connection where you will be able to be your true authentic self in your rawest nakedness. I feel something is being re-alchemized in the energy, and your person is thinking about coming back around after walking away from you. I think they've been holding on to a situation with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, who doesn't know her worth, doesn't know her value. There's not equal give and take. Maybe somebody given to more than one. There's something very toxic here that your person is entangled in with the Devil, Capricorn energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's about to be a karmic rebalancing, because things have not been right. Things have not been fair. And somebody's been playing into a lot of negative vices, whether this is materialism, greed, extreme codependencies, addictions. And I think the time is now for an apology. I kind of feel your person knows it's kind of time to make that unexpected choice in love and to come forward with that apology. I think apologies are in order. So get ready for your person to reach out, because they're with somebody that I feel has been holding on for money. Maybe they feared walking away from a situation because the person they're dealing with relies on them for financial support. And I feel this really has drained your person's pocketbook. I think there is a brand new beginning here, but your person needs to break free from something very toxic, very codependent. They've got the chains around their neck. So what needs to come through for Gemini, please? What needs to come through on Gemini's side, please? Oh my gosh, what do we got here, Gemini? Yeah, I think somebody's coming back for a missed opportunity. I think somebody's coming back from the dead. Something that maybe you thought was dead and gone. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. We have the Death reversed, the Eight of Pentacles reversed, the Four of Cups reversed. There's that season, that missed opportunity. And somebody really was playing into a lot of lower ego aspects, letting fear run the show. And I think there's a lot of truth coming forward. Communication. Somebody will be reaching out. They did not put the work in the past. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. And I do feel somebody wanting to come back and revive something that you feel is dead and gone. Could be dealing with a Leo. I think they're working through a lot of ego fears, because all they can think about is coming back for that cup of love. I think they miss you. They've been withholding when it comes to communication. There's going to be a light bulb moment, an aha moment, and somebody will be coming to face that final karmic judgment, seeking resolution. Major, major wake-up call, because somebody's learning a core lesson and somebody's about to be accountable. I think somebody's been, chronically indecisive, going within, trying to find the answers when it comes to, putting in the work for a new foundation. And this masculine is about to be bossing up, doing the right thing, taking control of his life. Blocks are being removed, and I feel your person deeply, deeply regrets walking away from you. So get ready for a realignment in the month of February. Let's get some archetype energies. Let's go a little bit further with the archetype deck when it comes to your person. What else can you tell me about Gemini's person? Yeah, they are going within. We got the Hermit. So I think your person really is withdrawing from a lot of these karmic energies in order to find their own judgment. I feel there is a lot of fear when it comes to what others are going to say about them leaving a situation that maybe they've spent a lot of time working on that is just not working anymore. And I kind of feel in this solitude energy, they're really focusing intently on taking that risk. I think your person's lacked the willingness to follow their intuition, even and likely because others have doubted them. But I think somebody's getting ready to take that leap of faith because they're digging a little bit deeper here. I think they've been dealing with a lot of falsified information, and they're about ready to seek out that truth, speak that truth, because their observation and intuition is on point. And I think somebody is looking at you as this mentor, and I kind of feel there's a lot of spiritual wisdom here within this connection, Gemini, and I think your person went after a lot of superficial pursuits, and it really has caused them, the fall. I think they're falling. Everything is crumbling all around your person, and I do think they need professional assistance. So I kind of feel they've definitely been falsely instructed to go down the beaten pathway, and I think they're moving into the role of the student, and I think they see you as this spiritual master, Gemini, and I kind of feel the energy really is asking your person to go through this deep-seated level of purification, redemption. I think your person is seeking karmic redemption because there is a very special divine connection here. And I feel get ready to experience a new dimension of life. What needs to come through on Gemini's side? I think there is a lot of mirroring energies. I think get ready for anything left in your life that has caused stagnancy to kind of be destroyed. I think get ready for an explosion of energies in the month of February when it comes to releasing any destructive patterns, preparing you both for this brand new life, this brand new cycle. So face your fears too, Gemini. Free yourself from all of this fear. As you face your fear and your demons, it allows your person to do the same. So I think maybe your person's been waiting to be rescued. Maybe your person is in a self-pity party. I'm not sure. But the energy I feel is bringing forward a lot of strength for the both of you. I think your person is going to need support in a time of crisis. And I think get ready for somebody to come forward with an act of love. And I don't think they expect anything in return, but I feel like your person needs a lifeline in the month of February. And maybe your person, is dealing with some core-seated father wounds, abandonment wounds. Maybe your person had a very dictatorial authority father figure, but I do feel you've been this positive guiding light, and I feel somebody getting ready to step up and boss up. The Emperor is a father. So let's see what needs to come through with the romance angels. I think, yes, this is your soulmate, Gemini, and I think you are both ascending to a higher level of commitment. So what else does Gemini need to be aware of, please, when it comes to these energies for the month of February? This is true love. We are entering the year of the lovers, closing out these toxic cycles, going towards committed partnership. I do think either you or your person desperately needs to seek some help. And I think maybe your friend was misguided by a toxic social circle, but I think clearly they can see that this is true love, and I think maybe you're going to need to disconnect and retreat from the world together because you are preparing for a reconciliation. Get ready, Gemini. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Yes, this is true love. This is likely a deeply divinely ordained spiritual connection. So get ready for a reconciliation or a reunion. And I think you're going to be experiencing this retreating energy together. So get ready. External forces are definitely influencing you and your person this month. So pay attention to what fulfills you, because happiness never, ever, ever requires permission from anybody other than yourself. I think somebody really has lost who they are when it comes to a karmic contract. And it's kind of time to return to yourself, to your truest, most authentic parts of you. And I think somebody needs some breathing room. So accountability. What else does Gemini need to be aware of? Messages from Spirit, please. Yeah, I think you might be a very giving soul, Gemini, or maybe your person has been a very giving soul, and it's really worked to their detriment, because I think somebody here is absolutely depleted and is really needing to get honest with themselves about what is really going on, because without a doubt, there are obstacles to be faced during the month of February, and your person will get through this. You will get through this, because wherever your person's at, it's not been reciprocated. And I think you're this pillar of strength. And I think because you're being this pillar of strength, this light, it's allowing your person to find the strength to overcome all of these obstacles and challenges. So get honest about what is going on, because I do think this is a very auspicious time, and the outcome will be positive. The outcome will bring happiness and prosperity, but somebody needs to kind of mature. I think maturity is gained when you recognize that wisdom has been achieved when it comes to this karmic lesson. So I think learning is necessary at this time, because I think somebody's going through a very tough situation. And with strength and determination, there will be a recovery. So get ready for somebody to reach out for some help. Somebody needs your help. Somebody needs you. So I think a reconciliation after somebody purifies their energy, purifies their space, and breaks away from these toxic people and this toxic situation that has not been serving their highest good. So let's close off the reading for you, Gemini, with a couple crystal stone deck messages. I think you're going to want to keep your cool. I think somebody really has lost their voice, and it's been long past time to let go of this karmic lesson. And I think somebody's about to get angry when it comes to this unspoken desire for this reconciliation. So somebody is about to scream it to the rooftops. There's going to be a lot of over-dramatically communication, because somebody's not been speaking clearly from the heart. So you might want to keep your cool. I think the energy is explosive and aggressive. So what else does Gemini need to be aware of, please, when it comes to this message? Somebody's getting ready to unlock their highest potential. I think get ready for a galactic field trip. I do feel a very intense spiritual connection here, a very expansive connection, and I think somebody's been isolated in a very toxic situation. I think they've had to ask for permission to do anything, dealing with somebody very controlling. And somebody's about ready to blow their lid off. I think somebody is tired of this stagnancy. Somebody's getting ready to step outside themselves, to step up, and to step into their purpose. So I think get ready for a vision to be enhanced, Gemini, because somebody is dealing with a lot of intensity in the month of February. Gemini, that is your energy. And somebody has really been finding themselves believing in all of these limitations that their mind has set on them. And they are about to break through all of these illusions and to come forward with that clear thought process. I think somebody is finally ready to surrender to the will of the universe and to ascend on their rightful throne. There is a deep past life connection here. And somebody is getting ready to boss up, to own up, and to do the right thing, to take accountability. And that's what I've got for February for you, Gemini. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you did find that this is your reading and it resonated and you would like to go further and book a personal reading with me, please feel free to check out the description box below. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.